There is a scam out there right now that is targeting you and your ATM card. We told you about it yesterday. Thieves using a false card slot attached to an ATM that reads your card number and then sends it directly to the crooks. They also use a hidden wireless camera where they can watch you enter your PIN number. The scam has been happening in the Detroit area, but the West Michigan Better Business Bureau certainly wants you to know about it. Bill Catlett joins us right now. He's the president of the BBB in West Michigan. This is really an involved scheme. I mean, it just seems like the banks would catch on to something like this, but apparently it's just going right under the radar.
Right. They're always trying to catch up, just like the FBI and other police agencies these days. I think what you have to look out for as a consumer is, does everything about the front of that ATM or that gas pump look like it fits there? That's the most important thing you can probably do in using your ATM or your debit card.
It seems like thieves are getting better and better at trying to get our information. I was reading through the release that had to do with this sort of situation, and it has the thieves close by even watching this happen.
They're figuring in this case over on the east side of the state that they're in a car very nearby, and there's some sort of wireless device that's sending back the information, both the magnetic strip as well as the camera that detects the PIN number that's been put in, and as soon as you leave that ATM, if you're the victim, they'll put a magnetic strip that they've created on another card, they'll put it in and they'll pull out money out of your account.
How can we become more educated? What do we need to be looking for when we're inside getting some money out of our ATM?
One good piece of advice I heard is that, particularly like at a gas station, for example, using a debit card, really double check that. With an ATM, maybe go inside rather than outside, because it's a little less likely to be able to have the camera inside and a little less likely to be able to monitor what you're doing. A big thing you can do, and it sounds kind of silly to do it, but if you're entering your PIN number, put a hand up right over that so it's blocking out what a camera might see. We're
going to have to just get used to trying to, I don't know, keep these things in mind, just because you never know how people are getting these numbers now.
No, just don't do anything mindlessly anymore, whether it's using your computer or using your ATM. Always take a look at what you're getting into before you start popping a button or clicking on a link.
And like you say, even checking around too for fake cameras. I mean, you were going to have to be able to figure out what looks unusual and then maybe readjust.
Yeah, is the color a little different? Does it look like there's some sort of glue or attachment on there? Does it fit a little funny? All those kinds of things you have to now be alert to, because they could be ripping you off.
Are you finding in your line of work more and more interesting ways that thieves are trying to come up with personal numbers, account numbers? It just seems like it's a constant battle for consumers to really try and ward these things off.
It is, and I think since we're getting used to doing these things, both at ATMs and with debit cards, but also online so often now, taking care of transactions, we're used to providing information we never would have told anybody in the past. And it just gives a lot more opportunities for people to come up with your personal information to use later to rip off money from you.
Right, it's that convenience that's coming back to haunt us,
I think.
Bill Catlett, president of the BBB in West Michigan. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you, Sue.